Seahawks Weekly, your all-access pass to everything Seahawks. Now here's your host, G. Scott.
We're back, everybody.
Yeah.
Seahawks Weekly. We're live here at Pearl Oyster Bar here in Dining. And coming up right here, one of my favorite folks, and a lot of people don't know who he is, but he's very important, very, very instrumental in what the Seahawks have done. This is year number 6 for my man, Mike Morgan. How you doing, my man?
Doing great, G, man. How are you?
Good. Good
Awesome.
to see you. This is year number 6 for you. Year
Yeah.
number 6, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
six. That's 6.
You're getting young, man. You look
Getting
good.
young,
You're
yeah.
getting young.
Appreciate it.
This is year number 6. Now, I want to go all the way back. Now, how many years did you play? Did you play 3 or 4 years for Pete Carroll?
4 years.
Okay,
well,
I didn't
that's
know.
4.
Okay,
I
you
gotta
played
think
4.
about it. It's 4 years. Yeah.
So that's the total you've played. This will be year number 10 of playing for Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
So you know Pete Carroll pretty well. What is, from day one of playing for Pete Carroll, what has changed about the coach till now?
Let me see. What has changed about him? I think that his coaching style has remained the same. I think that something that has changed with him is thinking about not only football, because when we were in college, that's pretty much all we obviously went to school and stuff, but like we weren't focused on more like the whole man, So now we're making this transition into manhood where guys need to start figuring out what they're going to do with life after football and just like being a better man. So I think that's one thing that has changed since then.
That's pretty interesting about Pete because a lot of times people get older and they get more set in their ways. I feel like Pete is getting younger.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really in touch with you guys. You guys seem to love him. I feel like if you asked about job satisfaction around the NFL, because, look, every team I was on, there was head coaches that some guys didn't like him. It seems like most people really love Pete.
Yeah, I think so. Most of the guys, no, I would say pretty much all the guys enjoy coaching. His style, like his philosophy, it fits us, and we're able to go out and just run around and have fun.
Let me ask you about your guys' defense, because sometimes I portray it as maybe being simple, and I'm sure it's not simple because there's lots of things going on. But I feel like it's a defense where you guys, it's for the players. It's for you guys to make plays. Would you say that's a true statement?
I'd say that to be true. We got a bunch of talented guys on our team, and what coaches do is allow guys to be themselves. Like find a position that fits you well, and then go out and show your talent.
All indications, I don't think I'm breaking any news here, but all indications have been that Mike is going to be the Seahawks starting strong side linebacker.
Is that true? They haven't told you that.
Okay, well, at least based on my observations, what has this opportunity been like for you, having played primarily special teams and a little bit of defense here and there for your first 5 seasons, to now get that opportunity to be the starter? What's that been like?
It's been great, man. I was in a battle with a bunch of guys through the preseason, and it was a good competition. I'm just excited about the opportunity to get out and play. I played defense here and there, like for Bruce and stuff when he went out. But this is another great opportunity for me. I'm excited to go out, get a play against the Dolphins this weekend, and it's going to be fun.
We're joined here by Mike Morgan for your Seattle Seahawks right here on Seahawks Weekly. Man, sometimes I just want to get away from a little football, and you know where I'm going.
Gosh.
I just got a question for you, man. So I've been knowing you for 6 years, since you've been a rookie. And
True.
Can you share with the people, you used to come to work in the morning times and you be blaring some music. Would you care to tell everybody? What? Oh, what?
What was I listening to?
You weren't listening to gospel music in the morning or
Yeah,
something like that?
I get a little gospel in the morning.
Well, tell the people, what is it that you listen to at 6-something in the morning all the time, and the music's blaring, Mike Mo?
It just depends on how I'm feeling that morning. It just depends. But yeah, there's been a lot of times where I just listen to the gospel music. Getting up so early. You need the Lord to help you get through that day. So yeah, I play a little gospel here and there. Yeah, sure.
I just had to get away from a little football.
Yeah.
You mentioned talent, and you talked about talent on this football team. 2013 gets mentioned as one of the best times for the most talent for the Seattle Seahawks. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about what we're seeing right now. Is there a lot of talent this season?
Yeah, there's a bunch of young talent on our team. Obviously with the core guys that have been here for a while, but I think we kept like 15 rookies or something like that.
Yeah, 15. Not that we're counting. 15 rookies, 7 of them undrafted.
Yeah, 7 of them undrafted, but there's a bunch of talented people. that year, that 2013 year, we were super deep, and I think we got a chance to do some special things with these young guys.
You guys do a good job, and I'm sure this comes from Pete, is, you know, when I played, it was like, oh, the rookies, you tell them, oh, you guys don't know what you're doing. And it seems like you guys do, as veterans, you really do a good job of helping the younger guys along.
Yeah, I think that was part of, we have a leadership council where Coach kind of said, we got to change this NFL culture with, you know, all the hazing and stuff that went on in the NFL back in the day. He's like, we need these players. We need these young guys to play as soon as possible. So we don't want to break them down. We need to build them up. So we're always in the process of building these guys up so we can go out and play and help us win ball games.
Yeah, I was talking to Tyvis Powell earlier, and he said he was just shocked. He was like, man, Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas, these guys have been watching. They come over and help us. But, you know, that definitely comes from the top down. That's a Pete thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mike, I know you talked about kind of the evolution of Pete and the way he's changed over the course of your time with him. It seems to us in the media dealing with him every day, he seems to be, on a day-to-day basis at least, incredibly consistent, which I would imagine for an NFL coach that's not easy to be. What is that like for you guys? Is he that way with you guys?
Yeah,
and what does that do
he's
for you
definitely
guys?
that way with us. It's all the philosophy's set in place, and we don't change a bunch. You know, we have our competition days, our turnover days, and our no repeat days, and we go out and we do that same thing every week. Because I think a lot of teams, what they do is they're saying, oh, we're going to play this team. Oh, it's the biggest game of our careers. You know, we've got to go out and play. We don't think that way. Here we're consistent. Like every game is a championship game. So we go out and play every game consistently.
Joined here by Mike Morgan here on Seahawks Weekly. And, Mike, I'm going to put you on the spot. Here's the
Oh,
deal.
gosh.
I got a piece of paper right here. I got a pen right here. And here's the deal. You don't have to write, but let's say pretending that you would do. And you would have to sit here and you would have to write a letter right now to Mike Morgan in year one. What would it say? What would you say to Mike Morgan right now if you were writing him a letter?
From year one?
From year one. You're right. He's going to read this in year one. You need to give him some advice. What would you tell Mike Morgan of year one?
Let me see. Let me grab this pen here.
How about keep doing what you're doing because you're a 7-year pro?
Yeah.
That's a good way to
That's
bail him out there.
That's true. What I would say to myself in year one would be, it's a journey. Like this NFL life is definitely a journey. You gotta enjoy every moment of it because you never know when it can be taken from you. Obviously, I was cut my rookie year after preseason, and that was tough for me, you know. And I didn't understand why, but you know, it was part of the game. And like I would say that to tell myself to make sure whenever you get another opportunity to play this game, give it your all because you never know when it's going to be your last. Go out there every play consistent, and just be a student of the game.
Gee, when he came in listening to that gospel music, what kind of car was he driving as a rookie?
Man,
was that the F-150?
No, you didn't have the F-150.
Oh, wait. Hold on. That may have been the F-150.
No, what's the last? No, what was the SUV you had?
That was the Audi.
Yeah, that's the Audi. Yeah.
Well, I'm an F-150 man, too, so it was a linebacker thing. Hey, I was telling a story earlier today about the first time I was ever given a start. It was in my second year, and the only thing I could eat in pregame meal was Fruit Loops, and I threw it up into a garbage can right before I went on the field.
Nice.
Do you have any? That's a nice story, right? Do you get nervous before games? Is that something that affects you?
I would say a little bit. I feel like the older that I've gotten, you know, just I'm not as nervous anymore. But definitely in the morning time, I do struggle to eat as much as I want to. But I feel like a lot of guys are like that.
Well, it seems like Pete's philosophy, too, helps you because, like you said, no game is bigger than the other.
Never.
And consequently, you guys have one of the best records in, primetime games. That's got to have something to do with it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, just treating every game the same. You don't have these ups and downs and these moments where you blow it. Just go out and play consistent every week.
Mike, you're from Dallas, right?
Yes, sir.
What was the story behind you heading to USC, and what was that experience like for you?
Let me tell you a little bit about the story. My recruiting coordinator was Ken Norton. Obviously, he's in Oakland now. We loved him as a coach, and I talk to him almost all the time. What happened? He came out and recruited me. I'll tell you guys one story of when Pete Carroll was come into my house. My dad can tell you the story as well. He brought pretty much the entire staff. There was Lane Kiffin and Sarkeesian. And
All came to your house?
Yeah. They came.
Did y'all cook up some food?
To find this guy out of Texas, man, out of Dallas. Did we cook? I don't even know if they cooked. No, they had to impress us. You know? We're in the recruiting process. They got to impress us. He's trying to get me. But what he did was, we had a piano in the house. We still have it. Coach Carroll, he's like, you got a piano here? Comes up to the piano and just plays a little something. I can't remember exactly what it was he played, but he played some, and he won my parents over from there.
So it was good?
Yeah, it was great.
So wait. I want to make sure the piano, Pete Carroll playing the piano, won your parents over to influence you to go to USC.
Yes.
Wow.
Is that right, Dad?
Is that right, Dad?
It's a fun fact.
Does Dad
guys.
remember the song it was?
He doesn't remember.
Right. Hey, that's a fantastic story right there.
Fun fact for you guys.
Yeah. What does Mike Morgan do away from football? What does Mike Morgan do away from football?
Well, I'd like to. What do I like to do? I do like to spend a lot of time out in the community doing stuff. I've been working with the Boys and Girls Club for a long time. I like to spend a lot of time with my dog. I got a little dog, and spend a lot of time with him. I like to read books and just enjoy life, man. And just trying to figure out what I'm going to do after this football thing, because it's very short. And, I've been blessed to play 6 years now, and I'm just trying to figure out what's next.
What kind of dog do you have?
Most people won't know what it is, but it's a Shiba Inu. It's a little fox-looking dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your dog's name?
Shout out to Sebastian.
Sebastian. All right. Do you talk to your dog?
Yes, all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
When you talk to your dog, how does it sound?
I can't give y'all that, man. That's between me and him. And now it goes to Sebastian, leave that alone.
That's an owner's dog.
Sit. No.
There's no talking. We're joined here by Mike Morgan here on Seahawks Weekly. We're having some fun, and he won't tell me how he talks to his dog, but it's okay. Just know that a strong, big linebacker talks to his dog. Come here, dog.
Yeah, you gotta have the nice voice,
You have the.
That's how the dog training taught me and all that good stuff.
So, can you explain the nice voice? I need to learn. Maybe I want to get a dog. Can you explain the nice voice?
Sebastian, sit. Good boy. Stay free.
I'm glad he didn't do a little baby voice there, man. That's a linebacker sitting there, G.
Linebacker.
Yeah, you can't lead him down that path.
Very good point.
Yeah, I actually sing to my dog.
Do you?
Believe it or not. It's the only time I ever sing. It's only when he's in the house, so that's not so crazy. You see Mike, he's a linebacker. You see him looking at the TV right here watching the game.
Yeah.
You can't keep your eyes off. Whenever there's football on.
Can't stay away from it.
Are you a huge football fan, though? I mean, when you're away, are you watching college football and every other game?
Yeah, pretty much. I love the game. It's fun to just watch other guys.
Oh, so you do watch college football?
Oh, Lord, don't go there.
I wasn't going there, but
with me.
I asked you if you do watch college football.
I didn't watch that game.
I realized USC came up. Alabama actually had a good game against USC. You don't want to talk about that?
No, not at all.
That's fine. How about
we play Utah State this week. We got a good chance.
I want to.
Did you tell Bobby Wagner that?
He knows.
We'll get away from that. Maybe we'll come back to that topic. How about we can talk about the Miami Dolphins that are coming to town? You saw film. What's the expectations? I don't want to have you getting into predicted victories or anything like that. I don't want to go there. But what do you see? What's some good things that you see out of this Miami Dolphins offense that's going to be coming to town here on Sunday?
Man, I believe they have a really good quarterback. I think he's a little underrated in this league. He plays well. He gets the ball out quick, and they got some really good tight ends, especially Jordan Cameron. I went to college with him. The line is pretty solid. Running backs are real good. Aaron Foster is running as good as I've seen him in a long time, and they got a talented group. It's going to be a good matchup for us. I'm excited about just getting out there and playing, running, and hitting. Yeah.
What is something Tannehill? You mentioned that, and Dave Wyman was talking about Tannehill earlier as well. What are some things that stand out about Tannehill as being a good quarterback?
He goes through his progression. He's able to get the ball to the receivers and let them make plays.
You and I talked about kickoff return. I was on kickoff return on the front line, and we've talked about it.
No
you know
joke.
what I did? I actually played my way out of that job because I hated it so bad.
Yeah.
Because you have to retreat like 20 yards and then turn around and
You're backing up, and somebody's running at you full speed, and they expect you to block them.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And he's going to juke you or he's going to run you over.
Or he's going to try to run you over, yeah.
Did you ever think about playing your way out of that job?
No, I'm going to play it all, man. Whatever they want me to do, I'm going to do it.
There's an old saying, the more you can do, right?
That's true.
Do you ever think about long snapping?
I've thought about it, but I'm so bad at it. I've tried it.
Seriously,
I need a coach. I need a long
one of your
coach.
fellow linebackers tried it out. Kevin Pierre-Lewis, he was snapping.
Yeah,
the ball
never.
the other day.
Nobody.
He tried it out.
Pete said he was very deliberate when he was doing it.
Nobody in our delegation is long snapping.
That is very true.
You have not seen
Yeah,
anybody in our
that's
delegation
true.
long snap. Have you? You seen it?
Nope. Still waiting on that. Hey, you never know though.
Mike, well, what is the plan after football? I know you mentioned
I just said I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I might try to work with you guys up here.
Would you ever consider doing radio?
Heck
or
yeah,
something?
why
Would
not?
you?
Yeah.
Looks easy, right?
No, it seems fun.
What would be some? I mean, you said it seems fun and getting into radio and things like that. Well, now I'm gonna put you on the spot. What's some of the frustrating times when you hear about us media talking about you guys and having opinions and things like that? What would you do different if you were on this side of things? What would you do different?
What would I do different? I'd do it like you, G. You're the man.
Oh,
Whatever you do, that's what I'm doing.
That's a great answer. He just put you right off of that.
Yeah, that was.
Got out of that pretty good.
What you should say to him is what I would do as a player is I would not listen. We did not used to listen, ever. I never read a paper or listened to radio, but some guys get some motivation from that, right?
I stay away from it. You know, some guys, what they call it, like blackboard information or something like that. But
Yeah.
I stay away from it, man. You got all these social media. I stay off all that stuff.
You stay away from all of it?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what was said just recently by a beat writer over in Miami by the name of, is it Omar Kelly?
Omar Kelly.
Omar Kelly. And
Who's that?
Did you hear about what he said? He actually said that the Seahawks, they have a good quarterback.
True.
They have an elite quarterback.
True.
And the rest of this, they're just not that good on paper. So when you find out, and let's say hypothetically, like I've just told you that,
not all right.
does that make actually you guys play a little harder, put a little chip on your shoulder or something like that when you go out there? Or is it business as usual in either way?
It's business as usual. I'm not worried about what anybody has to say about us. I go out there, and I play for my brothers. The guys that are next to me out there on the field, that's who I play for. And the 12s.
Yeah, you got to play for the 12.
Shout out to the 12s.
Oh, boy.
He knows how to get
and I play for my family. That's all I'm worried about.
And then no mention of Sebastian?
Oh, and little Sebastian.
You gotta bring him.
He's in the family though. He goes with all that.
So this Sunday is going to be kickoff. You've woken up. Before we let you go, what's a pregame ritual for Mike Morgan? What's something that you do in the mornings of game time that kind of help with the nerves and things like that?
Well, pregame. Normally, most games I throw up.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah.
I just asked you that. You said you didn't get too excited. You do throw up.
Oh, you do throw
it.
it.
It might not be a lot, but maybe a little bit, a little something.
So you mean last year, which was your 5th season, you still throwing up before games?
Maybe a little bit. I'm not saying I'm just sitting here vomiting all over the floor, but maybe a little bit. You know?
Is it more now that you have Sebastian in your life?
No.
Is Sebastian watching? Dad, you okay? Are you okay, Dad? Well, hey, listen, man. Hey, we really appreciate you taking the time to come and join us. So nice to meet your dad. I can't wait to go and shake his hand as well. Year number 6. I look forward to you having a fantastic season like you've done previous, and I look forward to seeing you this Sunday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, my
Go
man.
Hawks.
Seahawks Weekly, presented by Bud Light and brought to you by Heritage Distillings, batch number 12 vodka, sparkling ice, legendary donuts, and Pearl Seafood and Oyster Bar right here in Bellevue.
Best in the business.
Lincoln Square. Coming up next, my buddy, our friend, Sheil Kapadia from ESPN will join us. We do that next right here on Seahawks Weekly.
Awesome.